Hello, beautiful beings. Hello. How we doing? What's crack-a-lackin'? Hi, BP, and hi, Shawnee. I saw you lurking here early. Do hope you've gotten cozy. Hi, Stars. Merry Crimble, everyone. Thanks for streaking in my chat, Cap. Always love to see that. Hi, everyone. Oh, I love how that image just like was stuck and then unstuck itself. That was fun. So you guys got to see the entire mess of my desk for a hot second. Hi, everybody. How's Trix? How we doing?
How you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear.
Thank you, BP. So, we have a couple things to do. First, I think I can move my paints out of the way. I didn't even get paint water, which made me feel like I was forgetting to do something really important for stream, but it wasn't, because I'm not painting. We are going to be organizing this a little bit, I think, because I know what one of my... I keep getting encoding overloads today already. Usually it's just when I have like alerts go or something, so it might be a little choppier than usual. I don't know. But yeah, hi everyone. I have some things that we can pack up. I have cards and presents to open. I also have a little Lego to finish because I saved one of my advent calendar pieces to do on Christmas Day, because I've complained about this before. I think that people do advent calendars wrong, and there should be 25 days, and the most impressive thing should be opened on Christmas Day. This one was only 24, so I skipped a day so that I could do one on Christmas. That's fair, Stars. I know that you have like a lot of family stuff, and I'm sure you've baked a bunch to bring to family stuff and all that jazz. So feel free to just, take a rest instead of hanging out here. Go to sleep if you need to. Hi, Illuminati. Oh, good. I'm glad, Illuminati. Take care of your peeps. That's part of the reason why I stream on Christmas if I can. It's just because it's nice to be someplace distracting if you're feeling lonely or if something has happened, And I know how bad Christmases can get. I guess is the short version of that. Good Stars. Does Germany do Boxing Day as like a big thing? I don't know who all does Boxing Day. Yeah, I'm sure you did a lot of peopling for sure. Yeah, I have 2 cards to open, one of which has glitter, and I know this. Hi Grim, I'm guessing. Yep, hi Grim. I will do a stretch. Oh, that was Con. Doing something.
Show me your hams.
So I did body stretch. I'm doing my hams.
Oh my god, why can't you just take the freaking card?
Okay, that makes sense, Stars. Yeah, I was curious. And yeah, I know Christmas isn't your favorite, Grim. I'm sure you saw, but I did remember to wish Lily a happy birthday. I noticed that I hadn't done it earlier when I meant to, but I did do it. Not that I think that anybody's like the Grinch. The Grinch is that bitch. Love how there's like I doubt you can even see that. Doing a hydrate. And then giving myself a compliment. You know what? This is gonna be a weird one. That's so valid, BP. I don't think anybody needs to use their brain today, legitimately. I think that we don't need brains today at all. I kept myself from going down a new product hyperfixation rabbit hole this morning. Because I was like, oh, you know what would be cool? If I could find someplace that does like custom printed advent calendar boxes. Because I would like to do sticker advent calendars next year. And I was looking at that and looking at how you would design it. And I did find some folks, and I was like, oh, that's going to be a pain to do shipping. And so I was like calculating shit to try and figure it out. This is not something I would need to do until like August. And then I realized that that's stupid. Because there's a way easier way to do that. And so I just cut myself off instead of continuing to figure it out, which is progress for me. Anybody who knows the ADHD brain gremlin hyperfixation project knows how hard that was. But yeah, that's what I did today, this morning. Hi, Freezer. Yeah, achy makes sense. I'm sure it's cold too, which doesn't help, but good to see ya. And you. I don't know if anybody who got me gifts is actually in chat right now. I'm guessing they're both going to be pretty busy. It's Doodle and Sleepy are the gifts that I'm guessing they're both going to be busy doing family stuff today, but I will hold off for a little bit. I also have Christmas cards from Tens and Jumble Gem. And I don't think either of them are in either. And Tiny Freezy, who did not die, which we're happy about. That is actually a closer representation of what is said in the book, which is intriguing to me. Should watch this again. It looks grody. I'm just poking at stuff. So I think we should do Lego first, and we'll see if anybody shows up, and if they show up, then I will open their thing while they are here. And if not, then I will open them without them. And put a marker in the VOD so that I can show them me opening it. Here's my overstuffed box full of extra Lego pieces from this. Does it really close now? Not so well, but, you know. I did use some of the extra pieces to just add something to the one that I did yesterday. I think it's a really cool idea, BP, but I do know what it's like for your brain to be like, I made this, therefore you're stupid. So I saved the Christmas tree for today. How this exactly resembles a Christmas tree, I don't know, but it's got a lot of pieces, so it'll take us a little bit. And yes, for anybody who doesn't know, BP is doing an event tomorrow. It starts at 7 a.m. my time, so I won't be there for the start, but hopefully I'll be able to pop in at some point. I'm also streaming tomorrow, but that's quite a bit later. Yeah, definitely. If you haven't followed BP, follow BP. Con, do you really have to pee while I'm streaming? Apparently so. Okay. We're gonna do this and pretend like Con isn't scratching a bunch of plastic over there. But how is everybody else's day going? Some people I know were doing Crimble things, and some people were not doing Crimble things. Oh, too many this ones. Sorry, I will try to actually do this where you guys can see me. Oh, there he goes. He zoomed off. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not. This is, I will say, an off-brand Lego. This is not Lego brand, which means that some of the bricks are inferior and don't connect correctly. So if you see me struggling, that's probably why. I also just struggle sometimes, which is fine. Okay, 2Ds, 2Ds, 6Ds. Yeah, which actually, I don't think I told you this. I got stuff for the kids. Because I told you that I was getting ornaments for everybody, but I got extra something because I ran into something cool. I'm waiting for it to arrive, which is the least shocking thing anybody has ever heard. Katie got more presents for people? What? Yeah. I don't know that they'll actually like them, but given the limited amount of information I have about them, I think it's relatively good. There is an artist I know of who I've been looking at their stuff for a while, and they were doing a sale before they closed shop for Christmas. Why did I grab 3 of these? Oh no, that's the thing I already put together. Never mind, I'm silly. But they do, they're native artists, so they do that like ovoid style of art, which I think is really cool. And they have a Sonic and a Shadow little design that's keychains, so I got that for them. I know that at least one of them likes Shadow. I figured one of them could have Sonic and one of them could have Shadow. And you guys can deal with the fighting over that. Okay. Where did I set that? I also got other stuff from the the artist, but I can't tell everybody all of that because there's other presents in there. Well, you already have a bunch of stuff. Same with Amelia. And I did pick out your parents' Christmas ornaments. Not to like toot my own horn, but I did a great job, so. But yeah, I got stuff for your brother's family too, and I don't know them very well, so. But Christmas ornaments for a New Year's bear gift is not really a great life choice, but that is what's happening. So, because I haven't mailed them out yet. For those that don't know, my family has a tradition that's called New Year's Bear, which is a compatriot to Santa Claus that comes after Christmas to bring you things that you didn't get but you wanted. Which is a brilliant way to plan for ADHD, I didn't finish this gift, and also to catch post-Christmas sales. That's so funny. Does she actually like those, or is that just like a safe gift? Because I feel like if there's somebody femme presenting, getting them bath products is generally a safe gift to do. Okay, this goes here. Which that doesn't really work, but sure. A lot of these, this has been a repeated problem with this pack, where they expect there to be more space at the end than there is. So there's supposed to be enough room right here where you can see that this is actually sticking out for me to stick this in. That's not how it's going. So I've had to scoot a bunch of these like up, and it's a pain in the ass. Especially since I made the horrid mistake of putting lotions on my hands today. Yeah, you mentioned you got those. That is fun. I don't know if I have a good tool for shoving this back through. Hi, Amma! Mary Crimble. Me trying to do this without hurting myself. Oh, Amma, you'll know. Is Doodle busy today? Should I open their gift without them, or should I wait until they come in? Yes, Merry Crumass, I say, with my bed full of popcorn. Okay, cool. Because when we were talking about that last night in the group chat, I was 100% eating popcorn in bed. Alright, we're gonna do this the harder way, I guess, because, of course, why not? I can hear the cat playing with toys. He also got his last little Christmas thing today. Look, it's my bed. I'm allowed to do what I want. This way? Yes. That's still not enough space. Like... guys, look at how much extra is on that. That's not what is intended. I think for some of these, they really just didn't like test them out first. Hi, Tomato. Oh, is she? When do you guys get to take care of the kitty? I know you said that you get to do that. This goes all the way down? Yes. So what she said. This is going to be another one of the ones where it doesn't really go down correctly. Which is also what she said. See your doctor. Hi, Doodle! I waited to open your gift, Doodle, in case you were going to show up. And also, Tomato, I have Sleepy's gift here that I know that they wanted to see me open. Are they busy with family stuff, or will they pop in at some point? That isn't how far down I wanted that to go. Here we go. Okay. Ugh, my neck hurts. But I can open Doodle's gift right now, and then we can do this. Okay, cool. I just didn't want to open it without people if they were going to be here. Okay, so I did open the bag. I have not looked in it. Okay, but I didn't want to have to be opening stuff on here. Madison Claire. I love that. Oh, I get it. The Bummer Shop. Got it. Got it. And I'm guessing, I think I might suspect what is in this bag. Because of a discussion Doodle and I had. Yep. Yep, it's perfect. So this is booty shorts, and it says feral and sterile on the back. Which is beautiful. For those that don't know, I got my uterus taken out this year. Which is excellent. I'm probably sleeping in these tonight, not But yeah, Doodle and I had a discussion about this. Beautiful. Thank you, Doodle. Oh, wait. I just had a realization. Yeah. Okay. I take it back complaining about the Lego pieces. I forgot to put one of the pieces on the thing. Of course. Hell, I'll try them on when we're on call later if you want. You could see it live. So I take it back, me complaining about this, and after all of that, I actually forgot to put one of the pieces on. So that's a me problem, not a them problem. Although there has been multiple ones where they had like too much space on the end. So now I get to pull all these off again. I'm not always very good at following instructions, is what I have learned from doing the Lego bouquet. Oh, I forgot to say, but thank you for pinning that, Shani. Ugh. Just gonna throw a bunch of shit around. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I know it's not needed. You're gonna get thanked anyway. I know that you're not used to getting thanked because the people around you take advantage of your kindness, but I will not be doing that. Get got. I know that you're used to that, but that doesn't mean that's all you'll ever get. Alright. Then this goes here. Got it. Okay. Beep, beep. It would help if I would just move the instructions over here. Which direction? This direction. I definitely, you know how when you have ADHD and you're reading and sometimes you realize that you skipped like 3 paragraphs and you don't know what's going on, so you have to go back. I'm like that, but with Lego instructions. Not what I need. Where's the last piece for this? There it is. I hope you guys wanted a Lego ASMR stream, because that's what's happening. Merry Christmas! Have a bunch of noises. I don't know where he is right now. Probably bothering Greg. You're supposed to go kitty corner to this one? Yes. And this. We have a stick. A weird stick. With a bunch of stuff on it. I will say, Khan has not stolen any of my Lego pieces. He will watch me put the Lego together, but he won't steal the pieces or bat them away or anything. Which is pretty impressive for a cat, honestly. These ones look like the Mastermind game pieces. I have been intrigued by the amount of like specialized Lego shapes that exist. Or legally distinct plastic block pieces that exist.
Reach for the red door, fall inside. Back to the outpost once or twice. Then you say you're happy just to be aware. Still worms in the garden.
Let's go here. They also split the instructions in a weird way, so it exactly takes up the full double-sided page. So they've told me to do 3 of these, right, and put them in here. And then the next step is to do 1 more and put it in the last side. The exact same way. And I have, because again, these are not Lego, they're cheap. I have had to glue some of these together in a few places because they won't stay put, which I think is pretty funny, honestly. Because like this one came off while I was putting stuff on. Let's see if I have to peel it off again. What color is that supposed to be? I think that one. I guess yes. This way.
Plenty we don't know what the word no means. Give it to me. Give me all the things I want. Make it new and shiny and make them watch me. Make them watch me. Turn the power on and wait for light. All the pleasures that you paid for, all the skip turns that you saved for, all the nights you fell asleep without your gun. A coronation, a beheading, from the funeral to the wedding. Do you think they care where the crown goes? Ooh, 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 ooh.
I have also for some of these had to shave off some of the end with an X-Acto knife to get them to actually fit things. Which, like, you get what you pay for, and this was not as expensive as it should have been, but still. I do enjoy these ones where I'm like building something every day instead of just like consuming something. Because to be honest with you, I also have a tea advent calendar, and the majority of that has remained unopened. You can't hear Greg. Greg's on call with our dad in the other room. I can hear him talking, but I wasn't sure if you guys could or not. Oh. What are you doing for dinner, Shawnee? We're doing a pot roast later. And Greg's actually doing the pot roast in the oven and not the slow cooker. He was talking about doing beef Wellington, but they didn't have tenderloin at Costco, so I asked for pot roast though. And since he got the roasts at Costco, we get two. So. Ooh, yummy. Dude, I have been craving a meatball, honestly. And that's probably your fault if we're gonna blame somebody for it. We don't have a lot of like very good Italian places up here. We have like mediocre Italian places. Oh, did you hear the jingle bells? That's Khan playing with one of his toys. I did give him his last advent calendar thing today too. I skipped a day for both of us so that we could have one on Christmas Day. Okay, then these get clipped on here. I don't have the leaves facing any particular way. For that. Yeah, I think that's gonna be one that I have to glue on. After defect. Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me. Do they behave?
Life as large as we This lonely life
That is not really stuck on. I think I have some Gorilla Glue out here, which will work well. I've been using, this is not something you should really do, but it is what I have been doing. I have used some nail polish, like clear nail polish, because it does melt the plastic a little bit. Around somewhere. Which somewhere. It may actually be in the container that's in the other container, which means I can't really get to it. I'm really excited to have a real desk where I have shelving instead of just having a fucking pile of shit. Where I can't find anything and it makes me cranky. Yeah, it must be. Hi, Con. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in the way. Yeah. I know you're displeased. I can tell. You were displeased when I came out here, too. I'd actually be able to take it. Good. You can get up there from there. Tomato says Merry Christmas, Con. He squinted his eyes at me. You can jump up there. You can reach. Yeah, see? You did just fine. Silly goober. Oh, yeah, you're right. I put a thing where you want to lay down. My apologies, sir. You can inspect this. No, you cannot scratch the frickin' sofa. You could sniff the papers, but you aren't allowed to scratch the sofa. The sofa. You know that. You know that. I can tell he knows that because when I said no, he squinted his eyes like I was going to spray him with the water bottle, because that's what I do when he scratches the sofa. Alright, he's run off like a crazy boy now. If only Con would go get my glue for me, so I don't have to get up. Okay, that's the step that we have done. Next step involves these guys. Beautiful. Con mostly like slaps his toys around himself, but if you throw a toy for him, he gets excited. There's another one of these. I wonder if this one will stick better than that. Guess is not, but we can try. Thank you for that. Yeah, that one does actually stick quite a bit better. Okay. Cool. Please stay put. Oh, yeah. We have one of those with a feather on the end of it. Con goes nuts for feathers. Cool. Thanks, bud. Super helpful. These really don't fit next to each other. Like, that's why... Or I could just break the entire thing right now. That's fine, too. It's fine. Everything is fine. These 4 flowers don't actually fit next to each other. Why don't you stay put? That one's stay put? Yes. Okay. Ish. Welcome to Off-Brand Legos, everybody. I'm your host, Katie. And this is some bullshit. Everybody gonna stay put now? Jesus. Alright. Back to what we were doing. Throwing Lego pieces on the ground. Because why not? Should have turned on the humidifier before I sat down. It's still pretty cold out. It's not as cold as it was. So we aren't in the negatives for Fahrenheit anymore. We are still in the negatives for Celsius. It is 3 degrees Fahrenheit here today, which is much warmer than the -4 that it was on Monday. I say with cheese. And I'm sure Con would say the same if he was still in the room. You can do a poll if you want to, Shawnee. Okay. These get clipped on to these guys. I do think the order of this construction was not the wisest way it could have gone, but you know. Fair. But you're always welcome to, you know, pop one in if you feel like it. Yeah, why are you having me do like half of these and half? I need to clip them on all of the little things. Yes? Yes. So I might as well just do all of those ones. I don't know if you guys heard him do that. He's been very chatty this morning. Maybe because I assaulted him. Mr. Earl is pretty cute. I have met him. I called him Mr. Earl Grey the whole time too, because he does have gray. He's a gray kitty. Trying to see which curvature is supposed to happen. Meow. What, Bubba? Why are we merping? These are all the same, right? Like, okay. Oh, I guess I have the lightness up on camp from when it was really dark out. It is not currently dark out. I should really save a winter camera settings and summer camera settings. Although I guess everything I'll need to change it anyway when I get to the studio room eventually, so hopefully we'll be soonish. It's definitely a this year goal to get that actually properly set up. See if I can actually put these together without something falling off. My bet is no. Yeah. Stay put, please. I actually think I'm going to do the stem for this before I start clipping everything on, because it's just easier to hold while I'm doing it. I would like to remind everybody while you're looking at this is supposed to be a Christmas tree. Sure, bud. Okay. Just end up on all of these. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. And they have these facing like a million different directions. And there's so. That's also not gonna stay put. We love that for us. I love that their piece is constantly falling off while I'm trying to do stuff. It makes this really fun. And not at all frustrating. Cheese ponds. Yeah, I like that. I do think that it looks like, you know, a flower, which this is from a advent calendar that was for a bouquet, although not all of them were flowers. Some shit. There was a gingerbread man, and there was a little Santa Claus, and there was a ribbon and candy canes. It's a Christmas tree. Sure. Cool story, bro. I do have a vase in my room of all of these. I'm probably gonna need to rearrange them again, but you can go in the pen jar for now, little friend. All right, this one only had 4 leftover pieces. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the leftover pieces. I did use some of them to like embellish the other stuff as I was going, to like add extra pieces to it, but yeah. There you go. We finished it. You can go over there. This is trash. I will say these also didn't come in like obscured packaging. They were all in just clear packages. They didn't have numbers on them or anything, so I got to decide which order they were in. So I picked this one to do last. Okay. I have 2 cards. I don't think either of the people are here right now. I'm fairly certain Jen is going to be spending time with her daughter, so open Jen's. I do also have Tenz's card. I have not de-doxed either of these, so you guys only get to see the back. Just checking to make sure, because I told Tens that I got his card, so I was checking to see if he had received it. It's not. So, but I do know Jen's cards usually have glitter on them, or shiny in some way. So, yeah, glitter everywhere. That's so cute, though. In my head, like, I'm sure this is supposed to be like a reindeer, but in my head, this is Bwib, who put antlers on. Making sure there's no secrets in here first, so you guys can see. Always sweet. Jen sends me a bunch of cards. She sent me one after surgery and stuff too, which is always really nice. She has cute stationery always. She also, I won't show you because that would be doxing both of us, but there is a Betty White stamp on the other side of this envelope. Glitter. I'm gonna open Tenz's card too. Oh, cute. That's sweet. I'm not going to tell you a whole bunch of information about this photo, which is included on the back. But this is one of Tenz's photos. So all the cards that Tenz sent out are photos that he has taken. So this one will get hung up in my room, which is really cool. And I'm glad that he wanted to send me a card. It's very sweet. I'm always like, I don't expect cards from anybody, but I'm always happy when people think of me, you know? I would like to actually have stuff for Christmas next year and like holidays. The little treat calendars that I did 7 days so that it would be a good Hanukkah gift actually if somebody wanted to do that. Okay, I have some packaging stuff to do. I don't think Sleepy is here, question mark, so I will wait to open Sleepy's gift. But I do have some things to do. So these are the January stickers. I haven't stamped the back of them yet. I also have to package the prints. So this is a packaged one. And I do little certificates of authenticity to go with them. And I need to do that for January, and I also have one more to do for December to send out. I don't think I have enough chipboard in here, but we can at least get started. Thank you, Shani. Because your girl always has shit to do. So I've mentioned this on stream before, but I've started stamping the back of all my stickers with my information. Because I don't know about you, but I give stickers as gifts a fair amount, or just like a little bonus. And when I do that, I write the artist's name on the back of the sticker like this. So I was just like, well, I can just do that myself for my stickers because I would find it useful. And it doesn't hurt to have more branding, honestly. Yeah, I found a sticker in my stuff that I don't remember what it's from. And it didn't have the artist's like signature or anything on it, and it didn't say anything on the back. It is something that I would have gotten for myself, but I don't remember where I got it. It's in my sticker book now, but I still don't know which artist it is. Any ones that don't stamp pretty are the ones that I keep. I always keep 2 stickers from all of these for myself. So one ends up out here so that I can show you guys while I'm on stream. One ends up just back in my stuff. Which, once I get my own sticker books printed, which I did find out one of the manufacturers that does that is covering tariff costs to the US, so that might actually be a thing that's happening in the way that I originally intended it. So hopefully this year we can get that done. But once I get my own sticker book, I will put all of my stickers in there and have like a little collection. Hi Fee, how's it going? You guys just wanted to see my name 6,000 times, right? Good. I think taking a break in general is a good idea. We love that for you. This one, is that okay? Yeah. I did have a little bit of a snafu with the cutter for some of these, so the cutter just like on one of the sheets that I did like was like way off for some reason. Some of them are a little bit messed up, which is like that's part of doing any of this is you have some like amount of cost that goes into mistakes, which I do calculate into my stuff. I do calculate that into my prices, so it's fine. It's just annoying. The rest of them did fine. I did like recalibrate it, but let's see. Do I not have those in here? I brought out my little organizers, which are organized if we're being honest. But I do need the picture corners and more chipboard, which I do have, so that'll be a thing. Well, I guess I've been live for about an hour. Actually, I'm gonna go grab that stuff. We need to let these dry for a bit anyway. Excuse me. So I'm gonna go grab the other stuff I need to finish packaging these and run some ads, and then I will be right back. So don't look at the ads. We hate ads here. We hate capitalism, actually, the whole kit and caboodle. So feel free to take a break with me, go get a drink, a snack, a little treat, because it's definitely a little treat kind of a day. Look at something that's farther away from your face than your screen is.
Capitalism
I will
sucks.
be right back. Capitalism does sucks. Alright, I'm back. Y'all should be back from Ants 2. Hi. I also got a little treat drink. Because why not? Okay. Brand new box of photo corners to put the certificates on the back of the chipboard. Very exciting for you, I'm sure. The way they package this chipboard is so stupid. Stuff and things. Moving stuff around. It's all good. You guys also get to watch me use my embosser on the certificates. Just moving some of these out of the way while they're drying so that I have space to write on the desk. Okay. I have 2 of those because I printed 2 and slipped 1. But okay. Might as well just package the other one, honestly. It is easier to not have extra ones of the prints because like one print is one piece of paper. For the stickers I end up with extras because like it's how many stickers you can fit on a sheet, and that doesn't always divide evenly with how many patrons I have. So I think this will be perhaps the only extra of this one that there is. Where did I set that? It's literally in your lap. So this is my hand embosser. It has my logo on it, and you squish it on a paper, and then it makes the shape. And I do that on all of my certificates of authenticity. Just to give it a little extra oomph. And all of my prints and all my original work comes with a certificate of authenticity. The certificate for the print says prints, and the certificate for the original art says original art. And they're different colors and different sizes, just so that it's very clear which is which. I also need to sign both of these. Good, yeah. I changed how I'm signing them for next month. I'm including the title on the front too. And putting the date when they're getting shipped out, not when I made the art. I'm sure this is all very exciting much, but I did need to get this done, and I figured that if people need company, then it doesn't necessarily matter what I'm doing. You know? I don't like... These all come with like a little thing on the bottom that you pull it, and theoretically the sticker is supposed to pop up, but they never work right, and they just piss me off. So I always break them the second that I get them. It also means that you lose some of the thingies. Yeah, exactly. Just like a chill day. Because I know quite a few people who are having a rough time right now, so. Which, like, I would love it if the universe would stop kicking my friends, actually. And this won't be a crazy long stream, just because I would like to spend some of Christmas with my boyfriend also. But this is about like dinner time for him, so it worked out fine. For real, Freezer. Jesus. Okay, that's all for this month, which I need to work on sending those out. That's on this weekend's task. I'm gonna start doing that tomorrow. How many of these do we have to package? I can also just stab myself with a pen. That would be a great idea. Sure. Give 5 to package. Then I have one that's set aside so that I can show you guys what it is, which should be in here. Because there's one where I biffed the signature on it. Just didn't leave enough space, so it looks silly. These are all fine. Okay. Oh, I didn't put the stickers on the back. Let's try. Sense. Makes sense past being figured. Oh, here's the one where it's in a different spot. So this is the one that should stay out here. Because that's the one I will keep. I did get, I'm guessing Oren is busy, but Oren did get me some more gifties off my throne, including a little 4x6 photo album, which I'm going to use to store these for myself. Because I'm always printing one for me to keep. Because I need to show you guys, right? So it'll be nice, and we can put those in. whenever those show up. That was one of several things that Oren got for me because Oren is wildly generous.
Could you paraphrase and understate and throw away until it's what I thought? No one can know.
Yeah.
No one will ever know. We ran in circles till we cried and burned our bridges side by side so many times.
It's time for Greg to start cooking.
Your body wears a winter coat with pride to keep your
Yeah, Oren is a sweetheart. Oh, I should have counted out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
in the snow. Time holds all of our smallest memories hostage. We were witness to events that don't make sense without the context of this show. These words can never represent my feelings. They're just particles of participles parted by the syntax of the snow. No one can know. No one
Hi, Bloom.
will ever.
Yeah, of course. Have a good lurk.
We ran in circles till we cried and burned our bridges side by side so many times. 4 years to eyes. Your
I'm
body wears a
forgetting
winter
the same thing I've written down like 35,000 times. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
now in the snow. In the snow.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, that's one of the things I filled out a survey yesterday that took like a million years. But I did reblog it on Tumblr, so for anybody who follows me on Tumblr, you might have seen it. There was somebody doing college research who was looking for professional artists to take a survey on how generative AI has affected our business. So I put in for that and filled out the survey yesterday. And one of the things that I said repeatedly, because there were some questions that I hadn't really thought about before in kind of a general sense, like, do you think that this has positively or negatively affected your work kind of a situation? It's like, I don't use AI for anything. Excuse me. So I know some artists who use it to like write their product listings and stuff like that. I don't even do that. Or who will use it to look up references or something like that. I don't use that either. But one of the things I think, and especially going through and filling out my income spreadsheet and stuff, is that I have a lot of people in my community who are very dedicated to real art and real artists, and who like to see people being individually creative. Which means that even though I have had about a 40% drop of new traffic to my website and orders this year, I've actually, my order average for money has actually increased because the people in my community are like compensating for the economy being worse and for AI like making it harder to find artists, which I thought was very interesting. I did mention that in the survey. I was like, it has negatively affected a lot of things, but my community is like strong enough that I don't really worry about the job security aspect of it, which would be different if I was doing like graphic design copy for a big corporation or something. But I have a lot of like-minded and kind people in my groups who work hard to support artists who do things with their own creativity and don't outsource that to generative AI. He needs to be in the way at all times, didn't you know? Oh, he has been acting a little crazy. I believe he did do a poop and then got the zoomies. Yeah, although I will say the clanker thing makes me a little bit uncomfortable. And like I understand that everybody's joking and all that kind of stuff, but I think the readiness with which people will create a new slur is kind of concerning to me. Which, like, you're allowed to use that terminology. It isn't something I'm going to block or anything. But I will say that it very much comes across to me as the same kind of liberal who's looking for the correct TM person to bully. If that makes sense. Yeah. So I won't be using that. You're welcome to if you would like to. But that isn't a term that I'll be using. Because, like, I feel it's kind of like the argument for, like, with generative AI, where it's like, well, is it art or not? And I think that that's an argument that isn't actually related to the issue. Because, like, I've talked about this before, I do still think that it counts as art. And we've discussed that on stream before. But I think discussing whether or not it's art is actually a diversion tactic to avoid talking about the massive amount of unethical treatment that AI has given to artists. So stealing art without permission, without consent, and the way that a lot of AI bros are like trying to make it the big debate TM. It kind of feels the same to me, where it's like we can discuss the issues without also mimicking negativity from other points in our society, kind of a thing. So I think it kind of muddies the actual issue overall. Which I totally get getting distracted by stuff. And honestly, it is kind of fun sometimes to rag on something that sucks, which generative AI does suck on a number of levels. So, like, I get it. I really do. But also, as somebody who has studied a lot of history and culture anthropology and stuff, if you do that for one thing, it's a lot easier for it to get absorbed into other things without you realizing how intense it is and what it's rooted in culturally. Yeah, that's so fair, Freezer. And I also overthink literally everything all the time. And because I'm like that student history and also the pattern recognizing autism, I realize that kind of stuff a lot faster than other people do. And sometimes I have the problem where I assume it's more obvious to people than it is because it's obvious to me. Which is why I'm like over explaining it. It's just because I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from with that. And again, no judgment if you are going to use that. That's up to you. But that's the pattern that I see. It also probably doesn't hurt for that when that kind of term hit my social sphere a bit. I was reading a book about baked-in racism. So, yeah, there are some good uses for AI. There are. So, like, there's AI that has been trained to recognize cancer cells. That's great. We love that. AI as in, like, grammar software that helps me recognize when I have made a mistake. That's cool until you get generative AI in there that uses a database that's based off of what everybody has written and isn't based off of actual grammar rules. Because believe it or not, people suck at grammar, and that's why we need grammar help through AI. Yeah, and generative stuff is just like it isn't good. It isn't good. So one of my repeated points in the AI survey I was doing was like, I'm not concerned about AI taking my job because it can't do what I do. So like you can say, oh yeah, well it can create any sort of art in 3 seconds or whatever, but it can't create a new idea, right? It can only work off of what has already been fed into it, which I like. Yes, I also work off what has been fed into me, but I also have the capability of putting different thoughts together and coming up with a new thing, or recognizing patterns and then making a change in the pattern to make it more interesting. AI can't do that, so I'm not that concerned. Oh god, that's a horrifying thought, Freezer. Yeah, I'm sure it is. And like one of the things is like people are like, oh well, it's good for math problems and stuff. It isn't, because it's not actually computing anything. It's just saying what shows up often, in those kind of situations. So it isn't actually doing something that it could be good at, because the way that it's been coded to deliver information actually isn't good for that. So like math, coding, things where a lot of work that goes into the background is things that people have already done, which is pretty industry standard for coding for sure. And because they've made it a try to think machine instead of a like mathematical device, it doesn't actually work for the thing they want it to work for. Yeah, and one of the things with like legal stuff and like writing papers with it and stuff is that it will make up sources to cite that are not actually real, because that's what it's expected to do, but it doesn't understand the rule of this needs to lead somewhere, right? Yeah, you still have to use your human brain to check the work. Like, yeah, I saw that, Freezer, which is wild to me. Let's go in here because we have 2 boxes. Okay. You guys mostly dry? I think yes. Means we can pack these. I do think I'm gonna DM and see if they want to pop in a stream, or if I should open the thing later. Yeah, exactly, Shawnee. Like, I don't know. There's something about trying to find a shortcut for things that, like, you've paid a lot of money to be good at that strikes me the wrong way. Just, like, not even, like, a logical argument or anything like that. It just, like, irks me. You know? Like, I've put in a lot of work to be an artist. You know? I've done a lot of practice. I've gone through a lot of shitty art. I've learned a lot of things. So, like, why would I take all of that effort and just piss it down the drain because I don't want to work? I don't get it. Because, like, part of the importance of doing, like, your art and thinking about your idea and bringing it to life is that that is something that makes you better at your craft. And that is part of the part that's fun. So, like, why would I want to do that? I feel that, Freezer, for sure. Did you know that I run my own business all by myself, which means that I'm in charge of every single aspect of my business? It's definitely not because I have control issues and don't trust anybody else to do the things that I would do the way that I want them done. Don't read into that. What do I need for this? I need these. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna use some cello bags. If these get, like, if the noise from this gets too annoying, let me know. Because I don't know how it picks up on the new mic. But I can, like, mute or up my noise gate or something if it's really bad. Where's the stickers? Where's the little stickers? Where's the big ones? Where did I put them? Where's patience? Okay. No, these are just one? Did I decide I was just gonna do the other ones? Oh, there. Like, I know. Pretty sure I just printed more of those. I also need to cut pieces of. Now you guys get to see one of the things that I'm really particular about, which is how I package my stickers. Yeah, for sure, Freezer. Like, it is a lot of work. And honestly, I don't think I could do it. Like, even though I'm particular and I enjoy researching stuff, it's so specific how you do it, and you need to remember, like, every single case that's ever existed and cross-reference it in, like, 35 different books. My brain would explode. Which is one of the reasons why, like, whenever I see somebody who's in court who says I'll be my own lawyer, like, I'll defend myself, I'm like, that's a bad idea. Just so you know, like, I get that you think other lawyers are stupid, but you're way more stupid for doing that. Although that is one of the things you can do in prison, or could for a while. I don't know how active it still is as prisons get more privatized, but, like, earn a law degree while you were in prison. Which you do kind of need to have some knowledge if you're in the justice system, but for whatever reason. Bye. A bye, Snom. I have not counted how many stickers I have. Usually I do that and then I cut the tape so that I have the correct amount. I'm not doing that. We're just eyeballing it today. We'll do that many, and then if I need to cut more, I will do a hideaway. Thank you. Are these the ones that I need to trim more? Yeah, I think they are. I cut some a little bit too big for the bags. And I recall this vaguely. Pretty sure. Let me double check before I put a bunch of work in. Icon, what's up? Are you annoyed that all of your humans are busy? Yeah, for sure. Because, like, all of it is just so freaking specific. But I cut these with my big guillotine cutter, and I made them just the tiniest bit too big for the bags. We can make a bunch of tiny little paper scraps that I will never do anything with. For a while, I was thinking, because when I cut these, there is some paper left over, and I use colored cardstock that's in my business colors. And for a while, I was thinking I would save those and like use them as scraps to make like handmade paper that I would do like business letters and stuff on. And then I realized that that was the ADHD brain gremlins talking, and that while that was fun to think about, I would never actually do that. And so I stopped saving all the scraps of paper. And I feel like the second that I did that, I heard like a yippee confetti noise in my head. And somewhere, whoever like my craft guardian angel is, breathed a heavy sigh of relief. Oh Lord. Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff. Sometimes I look up puns for various things because I'm looking for like inspiration for a stupid sticker idea. And the quality of the pun lists has gone down so much since AI started. Like, there are so many where it's just like, this is a pun, and I'm like, this has nothing to do with the thing. What are you talking about? And also, this isn't a pun. You just said a word. Like, what are you talking about? I have also noticed in some articles that have clearly been written by AI, it has started censoring certain words the same way that people do on like TikTok and stuff. So like sex will have the E asterisked out. A little bit too wide, aren't you, buddy? Like, me too, bestie. It's alright. What if I do that? Yeah, pretty much. No. If I do it this way. Usually I would reprint these so that they were facing the correct direction, but I think I've decided right now that I don't care. Because I do have templates for the other way, but I don't really want to print more of those and use it, so I'm not going to. Nobody cares. I'm more particular about anything that I do than anybody else's. It's fine. Oh, yeah, definitely do that. Go get toasty cozy. Good to see you, and Merry Christmas if I end before you come back. I'm glad we were able to hang out a little bit. Ugh. Just gonna throw things around. Yeah. Ah, hi, Sleepy. I was gonna message you and then I promptly didn't do that. I'm gonna open your gift since you're here. But first, I'm gonna use up the tape that I have here so that I don't get it caught on something. Oh, that is nice. Yeah, it's 3 degrees here right now. Welcome to Alaska. We do still have some snow on the ground. So, white Christmas or something. I didn't put the print clip stickers back. You can get got multiple times, Shawnee. There is no cooldown on that. So. Carrot down. Ah. It was the pepper grinder, everybody. If you guessed pepper grinder, you win. Yeah, I figured Yeah, we do have kitchen mats in there that are like the bouncy rubber kind of ones. Because when our dishwasher was broken and we were having to stand at the sink to do a million hand wash dishes, I bought those because my hips hurt really bad after I did it. Okay, I'm just gonna do this to do that quickly and then I'll open package. Kana is like peeking around from his cat tree, very intently listening to what you are doing. And yeah, hi Christmas, Merry Sleepy. Yeah, that's the words that I meant in the order that I meant them. Thanks, Mouth. Merry Christmas, Sleepy. Good to see you. Oh, did I pack up the one that I was going to keep out? I have. There was one of these that didn't stamp very well. I don't know that I actually set it aside properly. We can deal with that in a little bit. I'll figure it out. Welcome to the Tundra Katie Bean Show, where I don't remember anything I've done after I do it. Tofiffy? Is it Coffee Toffee? Or yes, Toffee, or not. What words am I trying to say? My brain just like left the building. Which, like, that's fair. As previously mentioned, I don't think today is a day where any of us need to have a brain. Ooh, I don't like hazelnuts, but I appreciate the concept there. That sounds good. If I like hazelnuts. So yeah, I have a present from Sleepy over here that's too big for you guys to really see while I open it. But look, there's a box. I'm not doxing myself. Good, it's a box. It's really big. Yeah. Oh, I will also open the stuff that Oren got me whenever it gets here, or what I'll ask for it. Oh my gosh, you guys, do you know what was in that box? Another box. This may be a thing that we get to put together. And again, this is a little bit too big to really be on stream, but it's fine. Nah, I'm a champ at putting together furniture, honestly. But yeah, you guys can see the picture on the front here. So, Sleepy got me, I'm pretty sure it's this one that was on my throne. So it's a little flat thing to put things in to organize. Which is why I said we might end up doing an organization stream today too. Oh no, it is put together. It just sounded funky. The box. Something I've never played with. Alright, cool. Do you need any, like, do we need to check on it or anything? Okay. Cool. Cool. We'll be saving because I do still have gifts for Sleepy and Tomato. Just what? Na-na. Look, it's a thing. We're organized. Drawers. When it has little softening bumps to put on the back. Or maybe on the feet. On the feet. Yeah. So yeah. Ooh, it smells really good too. Wood. Smells good. So yeah, I might end up organizing this desk into this. Maybe next stream. Or maybe today if we finish doing the stickers and my boyfriend still isn't available. I can sit up here now. Thank you, Sleepy. Did you want to see what Doodle got me, Sleepy?
Does it feel good?
Ah.
Huh?
Because it is sitting right over here. So for anybody who missed me opening this earlier when Doodle was in chat, I have booty shorts from Doodle. And they say feral and sterile on the back. And they got that for me because we had a actual conversation about it. And they were like, I'm writing that down. I'm going to get that for you for Christmas. And I was like, bet. Okay, that's all trash. That can go in there. This goes in there. To organize things. I try so hard to be organized and it just doesn't work really. Okay, I need to save 2 of these. This is the one that was not good stamped, so I keep that one. These can go in there. And we just have a few of these left to package. Okay. Where did I put my tape? There it is.
So sweet and so mellow.
6 more pieces of tape. Wow. Could I use double-sided tape for this? You betcha. Do I? Absolutely not. Way more expensive, and it tends to damage the back of the stickers. Oh, that's good. That's smart. You already know what I got you. What I got Tomato is a secret, though. I don't think I've told anybody what I got him, actually. Yeah, I just need to pack it up. I have a bunch of stuff that I need to pack and mail, so I'll make a day of it at some point. I might have told Cap, but, like, also he has ADHD, so he probably forgot what I said already. But I do think that it will be helpful, which is an important aspect of a gift for somebody who's dad-coded. Yeah. Anybody who's dad-coded wants a gift that's helpful that they wouldn't get for themselves because they don't think that it's really worth the money to get it because it would just help them. Yes, I'm calling all of you out right now. And I'm right. And that's why you're upset about it. Wow, I cut the exact right amount of backings. Serendipity. Anytime I hear the word serendipity, I think of a quote from Warehouse 13, where Claudia says, well, serendipity is my stripper name. And I think that in my head every single time I hear that word. But it's such a good word. Not that there's anything wrong with hearing Claudia in my head. Yeah. Yeah, I know how my friends work. I'll give you guys a little pro tip. You might be wondering why I have placed tape, sticky side up, on here. Actually, hang on. I need to make sure that I'm doing this the correct way. There we go. Okay. Hi, Hurtful. Merry Christmas again. So I put some tape, sticky side up on the desk here. For anybody who has ever used these like cello bags, which a lot of people do for packaging stuff, these little things are really hecking annoying, and they get really bad static electricity, so they like stick to you and they end up all over the place, and then you can't get them all in the trash. If you use a piece of tape and put it sticky side up on the desk, you can just do that, and then it'll stay there, and then you can peel the tape up and wrap it around itself and throw them all away at once. Pro tip. So you're welcome. I just made your life a lot easier. You could also use double-sided tape if you wanted to, but double-sided tape is more expensive, so. Oh, yeah. Let me know when you want help with that, Sleepy, because I will happily help. Me trying to make sure that I'm making the flat fold on the same side for all of them. Excuse me. Yeah. God, the Silhouette software, like if that's what you're going for, I don't know what your plan is. But the Silhouette software has continues to drive me fucking nuts all the time. The software, and it might just be because it's running on a Mac, like the Mac version sucks more, but I have had a wild amount of problems. Yeah, that's what Lib suggests, and I know that, which is why I have a Silhouette, but I kind of wish at this point that I might have tried it Cricut first. Or Cricut, excuse me. I think it should be pronounced Cricut, but it isn't. Because I have had like a wild amount of problems with Silhouette. And I do know a fair amount of people that I follow, like, who also do their own stickers on various social medias, who do fine with their Cricut. And they don't have an issue, but yeah. Specifically, Lib says to not get that one because they had a bunch of problems with it. But I have also had a bunch of problems with Silhouette, so... Yeah, it's just, like, technology is gonna have problems, you know? Like, that's just how it is. But the, software for Silhouette on the Mac sucks ass. It's awful. So I've had a repeated problem where even when I have nothing else running, it has problems rendering the visuals for the software if it's open for longer than 20 minutes. And one of the things that it does is put random like space holder letters onto my art that then gets saved onto the file. So when I print it, there's suddenly like random ass letters on all of my art that was not visible at the time. Which is great. I love having to check that repeatedly. It also regularly blacks out the tabs that I have open in the software, which means I can't see where I'm supposed to click on things to like close them, for instance. And if I have more than 3 things open at a time, it starts throwing a hissy fit. Sometimes when I am working on like a sticker sheet, so I'm dragging a bunch of files into one thing, it will freak out for some reason, and instead of actually rendering the sticker itself, it will render the image that's in another tab in the shape of the image that I'm trying to put onto the sheet. And if you save it like that, that's what you get. It doesn't actually show the correct image. It shows whatever was behind it in the other tab. It's so weird. And I've talked to a bunch of other people who use this, and they have not had those problems, and they're all using it on Windows. So my suspicion is that it's a Mac problem, and they didn't actually properly transfer their software over to Mac coding. So yeah, would not suggest personally if you're running it off of a Mac. And like, I get that my laptop is like not really made for a bunch of this, but like OBS has never taken up 162% of my CPU. The Silhouette software when running by itself has done that on a repeated basis. Anytime you save something through it, the CPU usage sometimes bumps up to 250%, which I didn't even know was possible. Yeah. So. Also, when I first got the Silhouette cutter, Silhouette, the company, had been changing over all of their stuff to a new server, basically. And so all of their web links and stuff had changed, and there was a connection problem with the software where you had to connect yourself to the online library before it would let you actually use the software at all, which meant I didn't get to use that for about 5 months because they still had not fixed the problem. So yeah, I've had a lot of problems with Silhouette to the point that I'm like, I don't know that this was the right choice. Yeah, and a lot of it is like that's not on Mac specifically, that is on Silhouette, but that doesn't make it less frustrating, you know? And yeah, I switched over to Mac when I was doing a lot of photography and stuff. Because it has a lot better, like, basic tools for that kind of stuff. And, like, it isn't perfect. Nothing's perfect, right? But it is what I'm used to. So. Which order? Right? No. I'll just put it up there? Yeah, sure. Let's do it like that. I don't remember what originally. Yeah, exactly. Oh, buddy's nerfect. I have been thinking that I'm gonna change the stickers that I put on these to be the jelly beans for the tears. But I haven't done it yet. Merry Cribmas. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, I just realized that I probably shouldn't be putting those upright because it's like this. Don't worry about it. I know how to package my own stuff. Me when I lie. Do I still have... I might actually need to clear out my folder. Because I do have... I keep all of the extras in like a year by month folder. I do mostly do watercolor. These stickers really did not cut correctly. I will show you a piece that I've done that's sitting over here in just a moment. So you can see see the kind of stuff that I have done. So like we did this one last month. And then I've been doing a series of fruit moons. So we've got crescent moons with the yellow watermelon. Honestly, the biggest thing for beginner watercolor is to get a nice paper. You can mess around with basically any cheapo watercolor set that is artist grade. Like if you get a Crayola pan, that's kind of what you're paying for. Oh, I'm sorry, Freezer. Yeah, that's rough. But you shouldn't, before you know that you really want to do it a lot, you don't need to spend a bunch of money on really nice watercolor pigments. So I would go for something that says student grade on it, because those are generally more affordable but are still real pigments. And often will have the pigment style, like the pigment number listed on it, so you don't accidentally buy multiple of the same kind of pigment. What I started with was, there was a small, I'm trying to remember the name of it, but might not. But there was a small like primary color trio from Daniel Smith watercolor that I got, and I picked that specifically. Daniel Smith is not a cheaper watercolor brand, but I really like the granulation in that brand, which means it gives a lot more texture, which can make it harder to work with if you're trying to do realism before like you get used to it. But I really like the texture, and I do like a lot of texture work and did when I started. So but yeah, getting like a basic primary color set. So specifically for watercolor, you want a cyan, you want a magenta, and then you want a yellow. It's not red, yellow, blue, like how they teach you in kindergarten. You won't be able to mix the colors that you want with that. But you can start with those three and mix up colors until you figure out what you really want to do, and then you can focus on going from there. There are also a lot of really good basic watercolor brushes that aren't very expensive. So I use a lot of synthetics. Just because like natural fibers are much more expensive, and like I don't really think there's that big of a difference. But if you get like a set of different kinds of watercolor brushes, because there's different shapes and stuff that you can learn to use. I mostly use round brushes, but there's a bunch of different options. Oh, okay, you already have brushes. Good. I want to try to peel these off so that they match the other ones. I probably do, honestly. But if you look at student grade, actually, let me grab a. Do you have one out here that has the thing? Yeah. So it's going to be a little bit hard to see because it's very small. But on watercolor tubes like this, they're on like relatively good brands. There will be a listing of the pigment colors that are included in the watercolor.
Go piss, girl.
So this one is PW4PY97PR101, and the letters relate to the colors. So Y is yellow and R is red. And then the different colors are just different pigments in that category. And if you look at those when you're picking watercolors, you can avoid getting a bunch that are the same color basically, but in different intensities. So if you were getting like magenta and pink, for instance, many of them are actually the same pigment. It's just an intensity thing. So you could get like a different base pigment instead of getting the same one repeatedly. So like this one is just PR 175. It's not a mix like this one is. And you will also, on this brand specifically and a bunch of other brands, it will tell you the light fastness, which means how well it lasts up in sunlight. And there are different grades for the level of light fastness. And when you're first starting out, that isn't a big deal. But if you're going to pay for a nice watercolor anyway, you might as well find ones that are going to last well, you know. And watercolors don't like go bad or anything, so if you aren't ready for it, not a big deal. You can just hang on to them until you're ready to go. And I do see the Go Piss Girl. But I think I'm actually going to end stream pretty soon. And I did actually take a break today to get up and wander a boot and grab some other stuff. So if you have any other questions, I'm happy to answer them. You are also welcome, if you would like any of this in writing, to shoot me an email through the contact page on my website, which is just chandrakatiebean.com. Spelled the same as my username and all that jazz. I'm happy to give you, you know, more tips or point out what brushes I use or anything like that. There are some artists too that sell their own like starter kits. If you find an artist whose style you really like, there's one person that I follow on Instagram, and I'm not going to remember her name off the top of my head, but she does a lot of flower watercolors, and she sells kits of like the same stuff that she uses. So if you find somebody whose style you really like, who is pretty present on social media, they might also sell kits through their websites. But also help you narrow down what you want. Okay, this can go away. I have a lot of the October stuff. Okay, I've opened all the things. I've packed up all the things. So I think that might be it today. I'm gonna sit here and break down these boxes before I forget. Or we could organize it a little bit, actually. It would be nice. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, of course. I'm always happy to share info. I am self-taught for watercolor for the most part. So I might have different advice than somebody else who has been like traditionally trained in watercolor. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. I hope you have fun with watercolor or whatever. Something I would suggest doing, actually, now that I think about it, stare at my palette that's off to the side because we were doing paint today. Here it is. So I have a little diagram of the colors that are in my palette. And the reason I do that is to just have a map of like what's put on the palette in different spots. This color has actually changed and I haven't updated it, but that will give you like a map of which pigment is in which. And so if somebody asks you, oh, which color is that, and you don't remember because you put your pigment, like put your palette together, like you'll remember. And it also just gives you like a good visual guide to what the colors are going to look like. If you wanted to go full out, which I have been meaning to do this and I just haven't, you can do a big watercolor like color wheel that has all of your colors on it and what they look like mixed together, which will help you see like the level of like the expansive color that you have. Yeah. And I did also write the pigment colors for the ones that have those. I also used some Reeves, which is a pretty good watercolor, but it's really cheap. Like, it's very much a student grade watercolor. And those ones don't have the pigments listed, but I still use them, which is still pretty good. So. Yeah, we did this on stream like ages and ages ago. Back when I bought the new palette. So this is what my palette actually looks like in comparison to the little map. And we were doing painting yesterday, which is why there's a bunch of mixed paints in the middle there. And I do have, you can kind of see here where I have extra colors shoved in little places on here because there's stuff that I need that isn't. And I don't have enough like actual wells for them. But yeah. Welcome back, Sleepy. I was breaking down boxes. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I don't know that I told you guys this, but I order a box of my favorite LaCroix flavor through like a subscription service, and the last one that I got was missing 4 cans and instead had a little thing of sugar-free chili candy powder in it, like taped into the box. It was very strange. I haven't tried it. It's just been sitting there. I'm like, I don't know what this is. It was very weird. Yeah. And it's sugar-free specifically. I don't know why. But it's like, I'm assuming it's similar to Tajín. The stuff that they put on like Mexican candy, or you would put on like your mango or whatever, or watermelon is one too. Yeah, I don't know. Where's the recipients? Yes, I did just say it. Recipients. Deal with it. Yeah, I don't know why that was a thing, but it sure was. Excuse me. This will go back with me. Just organizing things a little bit. Oh, I need to mail this to Al. So. Yes, I have some of the Costco dried mango with breakfast every day. It's good. Maybe, yeah. I'll have to like taste it first and see. But I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Like, I wasn't planning on getting it, so such as a one that was dry when we got it. Do you know that I've pushed you in? Have you updated? No. It's dead. Oh, interesting, BP. It must be how they dry it, like air dry versus heat dried. Is that a thing? And I have so much random shit on here. What's that? What are you? Oh, that's the sticker from Rainbow. Ah. I feel mildly overwhelmed by how many things are on my desk. It's fine. This isn't even really a desk. I don't want to throw this away, even though, like, it's not worth anything. I don't want it to be ruined. Oh, cute. I do have too many paintbrushes on here too, actually. They don't all fit in my mug here. Old Hug conversation cards that I kept out of the thing. Somebody's random business card that I ordered stickers from. Those are colors that can go back in there in a second. This should fit like right here. Not too much nicer. The hardest one to open is going to be the one on the bottom because I will always have stuff in front of it because I know myself. So we're going to put old watercolor brushes in there. Let's see, these ones are new. I like them out for a bit. These ones are used fairly often. Basically don't use that one. Use this one, that doesn't fit in there. I should put that in the other room. Ah! I'm also going to fling one across the room. As you do, the toothbrush can go in here. These are old shitty ones that I just use with acrylics. Thank you, Shawnee. Yeah, I'll probably just like get some of this organized and then end stream. I'm trying to decide which brushes I'm gonna leave out and which I don't. Because I do have too many brushes out, as evidenced by me constantly throwing them. Yeah, that's my plan. There's too many brushes to fit in the mug. You will notice that I'm saying it that way. They just don't all fit in the mug. They do all have their own purposes, but I do need to be able to pull things out of the mug. Yep. I do have a bunch of old ones that I really haven't used in a very long time. Should leave that one out. And I also have a bunch of like palette brushes that I don't use very often because I don't really mix pigments together. But they're just good tools to have in general. These can stay out. That one can stay out. Those can go away. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Especially with all the different textures you can do digitally. Like, let's see if these fit better. And then if I still have too much mug, then we'll cut these down even further. No, I think this will be good. And I'm gonna be annoyed next time I come back because I just put all the brushes that I was actively using into the mug. And that's gonna annoy me. I also had, more pins that I don't use super often. Let's go in here for now. I'm gonna keep the chisel one in there even though it's dry because, like, I'm sad about it. I'm not ready to give it up yet. Paint brush 2. 5 double 08s there. This one can go in here. Another one. Pencils. These guys can probably go in here for now. Yeah, honestly, exactly like that, Tomato. Like, where the fuck did all my brushes go? This one's ancient, actually. I should just throw that one out. I don't need that out. Flopping in. 2 Sharpies in here for some reason. Probably because I didn't see one and then went and grabbed another one. A Christmas star. Yay! I'll do that. I think maybe I'll put the jar on top. Can go in there too. So this. I'm gonna put my erasers in there, and then I'm gonna forget that that's what I did. And when I forget that's what I did, I'm gonna go, I use gum erasers like it's my job. So stay tuned for that. That's a thing, that's a thing. Just gonna stay over here. Green. You want like a dark Christmassy green, Sleepy? Oh, you were lesbian. Cool. You can do this one. I love how I was like, it's gonna be a short stream, and then this is basically the length of a regular stream. I had things to do. Ooh, I might have a gold. Let me look and I will see.
Does it feel good?
Huh?
Because the metallic ones are like special ones. Oh, you got a glitter one. Never mind. Yes, 100% I have that. Did you want a specific color, BP? Just the same as Shani? There's green for Sleepy. Let's see. Gold. I also have silver in here, which I feel like is also kind of wintry, Christmassy. And I do have red glitter. It looks pink on stream usually, but I promise that it's red. There's also black glitter, which doesn't show up on stream very well. I promise this is glittery. Oh, there we go. If I twist it exactly correct, then you can see this one. You got it. I do usually put a ruler into. Yeah, I figured you have a lot of points, Shani, because you hang out here literally all the time. I have done streams where I just sit here and chat and make a bunch of stars because I need to do something with my hands. Like, I don't know about the rest of you, but if my hands stay still, that's when the bad thoughts get me. Fingernails aren't very long, which makes the glitter ones a little bit hard. Go. There's the red one for BP. Is that the yes it is. Here's can. There is, I will warn you guys, that there is a limited amount of glitter redemptions for a day. Because if I do too many of these, because I have to, when I fold the corners, I have to do it with my fingernail. It makes my hands hurt. So that's the only ones that are limited, though. It's the glitter ones. There's silver for Sean. Yeah, mostly because I push on them with my fingernail, it makes the bed of my finger hurt, and if I do too many, I will actually discolor the nail that's growing out because I bruise it. Which I discovered when I was obsessed with making these, which is why I knew that I had to limit it when I had it bad. Okay, other things, because I have 2 more drawers on the thing. You guys can't see the drawers, that's good. You can't see the mess. I do have like my stickers over here that I show you guys, so those and the prints can go in one. And I also have my little treats could go in a drawer, along with some of the other watercolors. Maybe. A widow tweet. See, I have gummy worms. I also have Sour Patch Kids. That was the gold one that just went in. Yeah, they're all in there. We haven't filled it yet. My thought is that when we do fill it, I have little like ornament blanks, like Christmas ornament blanks, or bauble blanks, I guess, which are just like plastic balls that you can put stuff in. And I have made before, and I probably will make again, ornaments by putting a handful of the stars in, and then gluing that. I did those for Christmas gifts for folks at the official parties that my parents did for work 1 year. So I think when we fill this up, which it's been a while since I said, I think, but once we fill this bucket all the way up, I will give away a full commission, and also one of these keychains, which is why the keychain is in the bucket, because that one specifically was an example for a custom one. These are no longer available in my shop because I listed all of them and then didn't sell a single one. So, but I did Animal Crossing ones and then Shiny Charm ones in different pride colors. And I did one of each to, I guess that's not true. I sold one, but it was like pre-purchased before I actually released them fully. But yeah, that's what will happen when we fill the thing. But also when we fill the thing, I will need to empty it to put more stars in so that we can do it again. And I'm thinking I will probably fill some jars and some ornaments and stuff and then give those away. So, okay. Just having a little treat. That's what I was doing. Let's do Sour Patch Kids. There's an extra pen drawer. Let's this one. Put that in with my trash. Here. Because if we're opening something with different colors, that means that I'm going to show you how many of each color there are. Because that's just the way it goes. We have 2 orange, 1 yellow, and 2 red. Red and blue are the best Sour Patch Kids flavors. we eat orange and then yellow and then red.
Wall of hands is on my lips.
Yeah, you have to put them in the order of your least favorite to your most favorite, so that you end with your favorite. Hi, Raspberry. Good to see you. Could we get a shout out for Raspberry, please? Although I will say, my actual favorite Sour Patch Kid flavors are from the tropical ones, and it's the pineapple and the passion fruit flavors. That's so fair, Freezer. I have the sorting things autism. Okay. I wanted to put the extra stickers on here. That's something I need to scan. I need to photograph those in post. Here, just scratch paper. Also just scratch paper. So that's the booty sticker. This is one that I have out here to show people. I have examples of a bunch of stuff, so I to show people when I'm talking about it. And do I need to keep all of these out? No. But if they aren't ones... Oh, here's another one of the body badges I was talking about this yesterday. Oh, here's the newest sticker that was an addition to my shop. Crystal Boba. There's another one of the body badges. Yee! I really like how that one turned out. Because I'd had it in my head to do for like a really long time. Do you guys remember yesterday when I was talking about a sticker somebody told me to put in my shop and then they never bought it? This is one of the offenders. I have sold it to other people though, so it's fine. This is really like no more organized than it would be in here, but it's all going to be in one spot. Those are rainbow stickers. Just get rid of it too. Yeah, I have two Stardew Chimpkins. I have the Void Chicken and I have the Blue Chicken. Those are finished. Go in there. There. You can also go in there. These ones can stay out because they're for next month. Actually, maybe I should keep out the one for this month too. Good. You don't need to apologize. Oh, they got me a little organizer off of my throne, so that's what I'm shoving shit into while I try to get organized right now. Here, I'll show you again. It's a little sorry, I just snapped the camera. Sorry if you get motion sick. It's a little wooden thing with little decors that is very aesthetic. That's what we're shoving shit into while I try to get vaguely organized. Will also make it easier to drag stuff downstairs when I get that set up. Yeah. Okay, that goes in there. That's there. That's there. That's there. I can put these arts away probably. Well, that one we're going to be working on. Those ones I still need to photo. That one I need to scan. These ones can go away to the file folder, and then I'll forget which folder I put them in and get cranky when I try to find them again. So just wait. All right, have a good night, BP. Thanks for popping in. Hey, girl. This is enough that I can just put that in here, and that won't tip. That won't tip over? No. Okay, so this can go up here. This can go up here. Yeah, remember that BP is doing an event tomorrow. You guys should go and hang out with BP in the morning. It's gonna be 7 a.m. Alaska time, which means 8 p.m. Pacific. Or 8 a.m., excuse me. I can speak words. I speak word good, okay? So it goes in here. Right now I'm organizing all my shit. Because Sleepy got me a little desk organizer thing for Christmas, so I opened it and now I'm putting things away. We did also, I opened my other gifts. What else did I do? I lost my train of thought repeatedly. We packaged up the stickers and print club stuff for next month. Yeah. Yep. And we just kind of shot the shit and chatted a bit. Yeah. Alright. These other treats can go in the top drawer, and I can throw a white airhead around as you do. Yeah. Are you cooking, or are you just like helping out, or just taking a break is also valid? I don't know about everyone else, but holidays are really overwhelming and it stresses me out. Yeah, fair. Definitely take a break. Good plan. I almost forgot about our son. Here's the little container that I keep these paints in. Only a couple left, so you're almost done. Ooh, yummy. That sounds great. I know the more that I stack things, the more I'm going to be annoyed when I have to unstack things to get at stuff, but also it makes me feel so much better when there's stacks. These brushes can go back in the other room. This is the thing that goes in here. I also have the first mini I ever painted over here. Still, because I brought it up to show you guys, I think. And I changed her flail because I didn't like it, so I made my own with wire and then cut a skull off of another model and put it at the end of it. So she has like a skull whip. She can sit up there with the stars. Let's see. Chapstick can also go in there. Trying so hard to not make that super duper loud for you. Where do I want to put Leon? I think he can fit here. Perfect. Okay. Other things. These are all gifts that I should take back with me. Oh no! Actually throw this out of it because we have done some of these colors. Yep, floor time. Floor time will save you. Floor time will always save you. That's the brush. You a 2 or a 2. So we did Warm Your Hearts. And we have done Crescent Moons. Pineapple. And maybe we'll get to finish the Bearded Dragon this month, but I doubt it. And I think that if I don't finish it, for this month, I'm just not going to include it in the Color and Focus post because I've been late on those the past couple times. Like I've had art that wasn't finished yet, so I had to finish it past the end of the month and it stressed me out. So I'm just going to not do that. Allow myself to not do that because it's fine. Nobody but me cares. Like... And then we have our little gift tags. We did some of these last night. These can all go back into my little box. And these are scratch papers. Most of these can fit in here, but not all of them. I love that the second I picked those up, like a massive amount of cat hair just went flying. That was really cool and attractive. Okay. These can stay out here for a little bit. I actually should replace this paper towel because it's been sitting here for like a million years and it's kind of gross. I use a piece of acrylic board on top of the table because the table is wood and is also technically an heirloom. My great-grandfather made it. And so I don't want to get it messed up when I inevitably spill paint water all over it. I do need to put paper towel over the palette because otherwise Con sits on it. Oh, these here. Could have those. Like I had a double I was using, and I can tell that I'm right to put that on there because I can see the cat hair on it. We got a little Mr. Fuzzy Butt in the house, and he likes to sit on things. This one is just torn, so it can stay over here because I tear little pieces off to do pick up color and stuff. Let me take a photo of my space now. I should have taken a photo, like a before photo. But I will take a little photo. I might have a before photo from a while back because I do sometimes like show my desk so that people understand the space limitations that I'm working under. Oh, I also have pre-orders open. I don't have the other pad out here, but I have memo pad pre-orders open for this one, and then there's also the prehistory art one that has like the cave art. And I'll be ordering how many of those are like based off of the pre-orders in January. I do have a small amount of stock so far, so if I don't sell out of the stock that I had with pre-orders, then I won't order it. So they might be pretty limited. Because if people don't want it, then they don't want it. I saved this bubble wrap so that I can pack other things. Because we love reusing packaging. Okay. I think that's it, folks. I also need to bring this back and put that away. Let's see. I have a musician that I haven't gotten to hang out with in a long time too. That's doing some music that we can go. And they're usually pretty busy, so they won't mind if I just dip. Yeah, his name is Hopbert, just in case anybody was wondering. His name is Hopbert. So I'm gonna switch to the ending screen. That's what I'm doing right now. Also gonna collect the things that I'm taking back with me. Now that you can't see the camera. Thank you for hanging out, folks. It was nice to be able to see y'all and have a little chit chat. I hope that, I don't know, it made your day a little brighter. And I will be back tomorrow morning for me, which will be afternoon for everybody else, unless you're in Hawaii. So I will be live at 12:30 Pacific time. And again, BP is doing an event, so you should go hang out with BP tomorrow before you come hang out with me. What was I doing? I was going to open the other stream. Let me double check the spelling of this person's thing. There we go. Okay, so this musician does violin, so it'll be nice to have on in the background while you guys are doing other stuff. Shawnee has put the raid commands in chat. The first one has emoji that you can use anywhere, no matter your subscription status. The second one has emoji that you can use anywhere, or an emote that you can use if you're subscribed to my channel. Almost repeated the same thing twice because brain function is a thing. So please copy and paste the one that's relevant to you if you'll be coming and hanging out. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Remember that you're loved because I love you. If you can't take care of or be kind to yourself or yourself, please do so for me because I think you're awesome and deserve nice things, including from yourself, even on the days when it's really hard. So let's work on being kinder to ourselves and each other, and then we can meet up back here for, you know, a top up or to complain about how that hasn't gone the way we wanted, or, you know, just have a little chit chat, whatever. Many options for us. All right, I will see y'all soon. Okay, bye.